I think I didn't really worry too much about managing the gap. I just kind of had a good flow, and I know with Sam, whenever you try to like ride slow than the flow you're just kind of built, it's a lot harder to try and ride with less energy. So whatever flow you have with you, kind of stick with it, and that's what I ended up doing, is try to stick to that flow and not use a lot of energy. And yeah, I felt good today. Obviously both starts were good, so no, super happy.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Hunter, you also had a solid and consistent ride today, proving the point that you and the HRC team have really figured out how to ride these types of tracks. You've made that noticeable progress, you've put in the hard work, but the real question is, how much is it going to take to beat Jett?
Yeah, I think that's the very, very popular question on everyone's mind. Put it down to a percentage, I don't know, maybe it's 2%, 5%, 10%, not sure. Maybe it's 1%. We're all at such a high level now, so it's tough. First moto, I felt like the first opening laps, I needed to be better, and he was able to bridge a little gap. The second moto, I didn't quite get around close enough, and then Eli got past me after a few corners, so I kind of lost the toe there. So that's, in my opinion, where I could have been better today in the first opening laps.
Congratulations to you as well. And Eli, we spoke yesterday during press about your love for Southwick, which was not only reflected in your results, but it was also shown by your persona on the podium today. But in addition to that, you also mentioned the challenges that the track faces for you. Track conditions aside, one of those challenges today was notably the Lawrence brothers. What do you think separates them from the pack, and how can we expect to see you counter it in upcoming rounds?
Well, they were just good today, so it's it was tough out there. Like I said, they rode really well on this track, and of course I love this place too. I tried to have as much fun as I could, but of course Southwick, so it's a gnarly track to race on, and yeah, just didn't quite have that pace, and that's all I can really say. So got beat. Try to get better next time.
Congratulations. We are now going to be moving on to questions from our media.
Cal Brower, 12 and 11. Hunter, for you, you talk a lot about Jett's strengths and weaknesses, and he knows yours as well. But it seems like so far this year he's been getting you on the starts a lot. So it's kind of two-parter. Is this happening like when you guys test starts at the compound during the week? Like, is he getting you a lot there too? And what do you think it is that he's just got a little edge on you there?
No, I wouldn't say he's been always getting on the starts. I think. Well, I know I whooped him during the week at starts, and I feel like first few rounds I was starting in front of him actually, but it was just the first few laps is where he would get past me on the next corner or something like that. So obviously the first few rounds kind of working through some bike stuff and just not willing to go to that limit in the first few, or send it in the first few laps. Like honestly, we have to. It's an all-out sprint the first few laps. And there's some stuff you have to do that you maybe don't want to do, or take a certain line at a certain pace where you're like, hold on for dear life, hope this works out. And that takes a lot of confidence in the bike and stuff. And we're in a lot better position now. And I mean, for me, I'm a guy that I need to get the time under my belt. Like I can't just click my fingers and go, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and then wake up tomorrow and do it. I have to log the laps, log the time, and work at it.
And then Eli, one for you. When Hunter got around you mentioned on the podium that he was taking a lot of better or different lines that you didn't really realize. How quickly are you able to kind of adapt to that? And did you think you could make a run back out of it?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought he was doing some things a little more open than what I was, I guess. And that's kind of where he set up that pass on me in that left-hander, as he was able to come from the outside and make a good square move. So I tried to do what I could, but overall I just couldn't quite stick to his wheel after that, which was frustrating. But hey, what do you do? Just try to improve next time.
Mitch Kendrick, first rack, so let's take a few Eli. You had a little bit of back and forth battle with Jorge Prado. Just walk us through what that was like, battling with him, learning from him, and just getting a bit of a race in for the first matches.
Yeah, Jorge was running a good pace, and honestly, I was just eating his roost. I swear he was roosting me over the backside of the singles like better than anyone, like on purpose. It was just destroying my goggles, and it was getting pretty frustrating in the first moto. I actually just kind of backed off because I was trying to figure out where I could maybe pass him, but yeah, he was just launching the roost today, that's for sure.
Michael Antonovich with course setting, this will be for you. So many times that you've been in your career and he's in this position, he's battling this guy, it's this championship fight, and all of the talk from our side of things is how we expect you to win and you expect yourself to win. With this season going the way it's gone, and you have the maturity, the experience, a real life away from the racetrack, how are you enjoying this one right now? How are you enjoying this summer, knowing how it's going, taking losses, getting in battles? How is this been?
I mean, it's okay. I'm still getting podiums, but I expect to be closer to winning. So it's yeah. In my mind, I still want to try to be trying to win. Get wins. So of course, I'm not going happy. I mean, going home, super stoked. So yeah, I want to try to get better.
As you've gone through your career and you're at this iteration of it right now, is the pressure the same? Like, there's been times in the past where it's been external pressure from teams. Is this one wholly on you now?
Yeah, I mean, of course, things change when you achieve certain goals and accomplishments. But I think I've lasted this long because I still want to try to win and continue to try to get better.
Cal Brown again with Salt Road Live. For you, Jett, I believe I heard that you tied James Stewart today in your overall wins. And I know you kind of joked about the whole, beat him on the golf course thing, but what do these kind of like records or getting up in the record books actually mean to you in this sport?
It's really cool to see your name obviously this early in my career as well. Being up there, it's really cool. It's an honor to be with those names. Obviously, James is a very known name in our sport, so it's really cool. Obviously, I talk some smack with him on the golf course because he sends that over text to me, and it stirs me up with the golf. But no, it's an honor to be tied with him. Hopefully, we're not still tied with him after a few weekends. Hopefully, we can just keep chipping away and doing that. But as long as I just focus on my racing, I think that'll take care of itself. But no, it's very cool.
Davey Coombs, Racer X. Hunter, this question is for you, but I think any of you could answer it. That was the first glimpse we really saw of Jorge Prada, and that's what we expected. When you first came over here, you had a lot of issues you had to fight through. Do you think something started to finally click, even though the results weren't quite there? Is Prada made a breakthrough?
I think the biggest thing what people can take from that is coming over for one race from overseas and stuff, maybe just fly out for one race is a lot easier to do than when you fully commit, right? And you're over here and you're dealing with the heat during the weeks and different foods and travel and stuff you're unfamiliar with, right? It puts you into a whole new, or just out of your comfort zone. He's been vocal about not being happy with the bike and stuff, and I'm sure their team's doing everything they can to help that, and so I'd like to think he's going to get better. He's a four-time world champ, so I don't think the results have been kind of what anyone's been expecting, honestly. So, and I mean him as well. So he's just going to keep working and do the same thing everyone else is out there, just keep working and try to be better.
And that worked for you. After a couple rough years, you got some championships.
Yeah, it's a whole new ballgame when you move your whole life across the other side of the world. Like it's tough. Obviously you see it. He's not the only champion that's moved over from Europe to come over here and pursue the dream and chase their dream. And it is tough. It is tough. So hats off to him.
Michael Antonovich again. Any of the three of you can answer this. All three of you have a history of riding here. You know how this track goes. It seems like they brought a lot of new sand in, so it's a little firmer, a little softer on top. Drier weather this week. We didn't get the rain that we thought. How did the track break down for you guys, and 450s being first in the rotation?
I didn't really see where they put the sand on the track, honestly. It's still really hard packed. A really solid base, but the track did seem pretty one line, maybe more so than prior years. But yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe the 450s going first might change how the track developed, but still pretty typical, just kind of shitty rough, like tough to get a flow, the short kicky bumps and stuff that are tough to really flow through.
Now this last question is for all three of you. With today's progress and today's results, how does Red Bud look for you guys, and what will you be doing this week to prepare?
Buying fireworks, and I wish I could drink beers, but I don't like the taste. But that would be the proper way to prepare for Red Bud, since it's 4th of July. But we're just gonna go back to the same stuff as other weeks, and just ride a bike and then try and replicate.
Yeah, no, I mean, business as usual. Like, we're just in this, I think another 4-race swing, so keep it going.
Yeah, same thing. Just same old week. Looking forward to 4th of July. From what I hear, Eli's got a bull issue that he's going to take care of back home, so maybe some wrangling.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen. We appreciate your time. That was Jett Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, and Eli Tomac.